Hi there, this is Bridget Rau with Divine Essentials. So I have another Pleiadian Q&A video for you all. I don't want to spend so much time with the opening this time. I want to kind of just jump in. I do have 12 questions again, and I wasn't going to take them all, but I said if they'll fit on this piece of paper, I'll take them. There is a couple at the end that are about like romantic people. So I've never really had, like, you know, I do the twin flame stuff on the other channel. I've never really had anybody, I mean, yeah, I've had people ask for guidance with their twin flames, like at my live events, like in the home. So we'll see what happens. We'll see what comes through. There is like a good mix here. So there's one asking about like when we're being attacked by dark energy, like, you know, should we be speaking out loud, or is it okay to, you know, do it inside our mind? There's one about the 1221 portal. Are we going to be getting abundance? Then we have something like, do we need to do something specific to assist us in moving forward on the path, or is there something specific we need to avoid? Then somebody was, you know, asking for just blessings because they're going to be going to school for a massage. And stepping into the healing holistic journey and profession while keeping a full-time job. So they're just, you know, asking for blessings, but then maybe talking about how, see what we need to know about, like, if we want to do a career change from 3D to 5D work. And then we had a question about somebody felt like they're beating their head on the wall, trying to get everything going in the right direction and guiding other people, friends and family, but nobody on earth is listening. So what should we do differently? And then we have about, somebody's asking about, like, are there premonitions and intuition going to be realized? So I think that one might be a quick one. And then we have, are certain people destined to be lovers, or is it just a random chance, or should I pursue love, or should I wait? And then, will the current energies and upcoming energies see more people awakening, and how is the collective traveling towards ascension? And then, will the Pleiadians be able to rectify the Fukushima's leakage from the power station? And then, when will the planet be entered into the GFL, which I'm assuming means the Galactic Federation of Light? I didn't really get an answer. Somebody just said GFL, so I'm assuming they mean the Galactic Federation of Light. And then we have somebody that says, does he have feelings for me, or am I just imagining them? And then the last one is this my twin flame? So I'm going to see what happens with those questions. I haven't really asked those questions before, so I don't know what they're going to say. I'm going to assume that it's going to be like last time, where they keep me in trance, but I come back a little bit to read the question, but it's like they're reading. It's weird. So when I do this, I'm here, I'm present, like, I'm not completely gone. I remember, I'm like, if you ask me in a week about this, I'll probably forget what the answer was, but, like, I feel like I'm sitting here. It's like Bridget is right here, and they're inside of here, and, like, they do all this crazy shit to me, and, like, when I watch back the video, I'm like, okay, but yeah, so that's what goes on. I'm here, and they're here, so it's weird. A lot of times it's like, we're together. I don't know. I say we all the time too, because when I talk, I'm like, we, and people are like, who's we? It's like, oh, me and them. So they're with me all the time. I get answers a lot of the times. Like, I start getting answers before I even channel, but I feel like they deliver it better than I can. So I'm gonna open the vortex and go on in. And I invite you to get into the vortex to connect with the energy. As we push down the vortex, you can imagine the vortex opening around you on all sides, like a tornado pushing down through the layers of earth, through the rocks and the dirt, all the way down through the crystal caverns into the energy of quartz, to amplify and magnify the intention to connect with the Pleiadians, with the I am presence of each individual who connects with the messages in this video, in this channeling session. We ask for the energy and frequency to be infused into the vortex as we continue down through amethyst to assist us in awakening our ancient eyes, through the rose quartz for unconditional love, through the citrine to empower us to take these messages and to integrate them into our day-to-day lives, and right down into the protective stones to protect and guide us, assist us, allow us to ground these energies, these vibrations, these messages here on Earth, and all the way down into the heart center of Gaia, where we'll anchor and ask for the Pleiadian Emissaries of Light, the Lyrans, Andromedan, Sirian, Vega, and Avian consciousness to assist us in anchoring back up through all those layers surrounding us and rising up through the edges of the atmosphere, pushing out higher and higher through the light of Alcyon, our great central sun, and all the way up through Sirius for the emotional healing, and all the way up through the 12th dimensional frequencies and into the light of Source, where all information is known. Here we will anchor the vortex, and we'll speed the vortex up to just under the speed of light for transmutation. Anything arising within the vortex that needs to be transmuted will be, and anything outside of the vortex that is not at the vibration of love will not be allowed in. We are here. We are the Pleiadian Emissaries of Light. We are very excited to communicate with each and every one of you at this time. And we see that you have many questions. And we know that the energy that is bombarding your planet at this time has its ups and its downs. So we invite you to ride the waves of energy as you see fit. To take the messages into your own perspective only if they fit your perspective. This is our perspective, our way, our thinking, and our perspective changes often as we all rise up, as we ascend, as we raise our vibrations. We will continue to learn and grow, and we will continue to expand upon our perspective. And so, as you learn and grow, you will likely find yourself doing the same. You will likely finding your beliefs will change. And this is healthy. This is normal. It is usually moving outward. It is usually expanding. You are usually taking more information and integrating it. You are usually rolling with it, learning more. And therefore your perspective grows. It shifts. It brings more information in. And it integrates it for a greater understanding. And now not all do this. Some revert back. Try not to allow yourself to revert back. Try not to allow yourself to connect with information that does not resonate with you. Try not to allow yourself to connect with information that is given by another, that you seem to have in your belief systems. If you believe that somebody is more knowing than you, they have more knowledge than you, sometimes you take their perspective or their word over your own feeling, your own knowing. So we recommend that you take your perspective from your feelings. Even if somebody else outside of you has studied many, many years, it does not mean that they have the correct answers for you. So always be the first person in your belief. Trust yourself and allow yourself to examine new ones before taking them as your own. We will begin. We see that this person has been dealing with what she would recall dark forces. And she would like to know, when dealing with the dark forces that are coming in, should she be speaking loudly to them, speaking out loud? She is silently willing them away. And she also does not like what it sounds like when she's calling them out. She would like to know if she's just as powerful multidimensionally to do it silently. And if this fact that she does not like how she sounds when she is calling out the dark forces, is it just a block? we feel that whenever navigating, whenever dealing with the dark forces, you should do like we were just expressing, what feels appropriate for you, what belief feels appropriate for you, what makes you feel most powerful in defeating what you refer to as dark forces. We also know that dark forces are another aspect of creation through your consciousness. They do exist because you've thought them into existence. Not just you, but others. Many, many people have given their negative thoughts power. And as they give negative thoughts power, these negative thoughts grow and grow and grow. And you also have people who believe and who speak about the presence of the dark forces. They may call them demons, they may call them negative attachments, they may call them energy vampires. They have all different types of names. But it does not matter what you call it. It does not matter how you decide to combat them, whether you decide to do it silently or out loud with your voice. What really matters is the fact that you are giving any power to them whatsoever. We do realize that they exist because they've been created. But we want you to realize, all of you to realize, that they would not exist if you did not give power to them, if you did not allow yourself to conjure up this darkness through doubt, through fear, through insecurities, through sadness and grief, through anger. All of those emotions, all of those thoughts attached to those emotions create darkness. And you'll see sometimes that you'll have a person who experiences something traumatic as a young child. They carry that trauma inside of them. And oftentimes they create something from the trauma, some darkness. And they can even at times create an entity of darkness. And as the years progress, and as their fears grow, and as their darkness grows, and as they do not heal what it is attached to, it grows. And it becomes bigger, and it becomes more of a problem for the person who has created it, because they fear it. And as it gets triggered, the trauma that you have experienced, say that you were molested as a child, as you grow, you may have fears that you will have it happen again. And so each time you have that fear, each time you are presented with somebody that reminds you of what has happened in your past, you give energy to this darkness. And then, as you grow older, it grows as well. And so say you have a child, and now you're afraid that this child may endure the trauma that you experienced as a child. And so now, your unconditional love has focused on fear. And so it creates even more darkness, creates the demon, creates the magician, creates the vampire. It creates what many people experience in their homes as the poltergeist. It is a creation of darkness. It is creation of belief. It is creation of fear. And so the way to eliminate that is to heal what has created it. So we would like all of you to keep this in mind whenever you feel you are being attacked. Make sure it is not something that has been created from yourself, out of fear, out of doubt, out of thinking the worst of a situation or thinking the worst of a person, or allowing a person who has created darkness in your life to remain in your life and to continue to feed off of you, to continue to incite fear into you, to continue to incite sadness, grief, anger, resentment, any of those things that you have happen with another person, out of jealousy, out of love, out of all different types of experiences and situations, these things happen. And so we would recommend that before you decide whether you're going to fight these things silently or with your voice, that you look back and make sure that they are not connected to something that you are thinking about, something that you are feeling, some experience that you've dealt with maybe long ago, maybe in another lifetime. And the energy of the residue of that experience has carried over into this lifetime as a belief. And it is a doubt, it is a fear. And the more that you fear these things, or the more that you give attention to these things, the more that they grow, the more that they linger, the more that they are there in your presence. So when fighting them, we always want to heal the origin of them with love. We want to send healing to the origin, and we want to work through whatever beliefs, whatever darkness has been created within the mind. Now, if you are dealing with something that has just been drawn to your light because you are carrying attention of others, which is the same thing. It is still the same thing that has been created, but it is not your fault. You have not created it yourself. You are simply just being, and now you've had the attention of others coming towards you, and they are now attacking you with their dark thoughts. Consciousness, which has been created into energy. When this happens, it is your decision what feels more powerful inside of you. Is it to have it within your mind, or is it to have it be spoken out loud? Is it to use a tool for healing, for clearing the space? Really, it is all a matter of what you feel most powerful with. And yes, you are just as powerful in the multidimensional reality as you are in the physical reality. You just have to believe it, you have to know it, you have to trust it, for that to carry, for that to stick, for that to hold any weight. And so really it all comes down to your belief. But yes, you have the same power either way. Whether you are silently speaking these things within your mind, or whether you are speaking them out loud, it just all comes down to your vibration. The channel had an experience one time where there was somebody on the table, and they began to convulse. They began to have an entity inside of them that needed to be removed. The channel began speaking in the mind, and then progressed over when the attachment demon started to convulse the body, throwing crystals off the body, all these things. That is when the channel decided to speak out loud out it, because it felt more powerful for the channel in that moment. The channel had never experienced that before. Never. But innately inside just know how to deal with it. And it's also about dealing with the person on the table, and where that belief was created from, where that energy was attracted from, if there was trauma connected to it, if it was self-created or created from outside. All of these things play a part in the healing of them, in the releasing of them, in the combating. We do not want you to look at it as you are fighting, because we do not want you to hold fear whenever thinking of these things or dealing with these things. There should not be fear. You should always feel strong. You should always feel ready. And in the moment, you will know whether your strength is going to come from your being silent, or your strength is going to be coming from you speaking up and say, get out. And you may find that you use words that do not even resonate for you if you are dealing with another person. The channel does not usually connect with Jesus, but in that moment, the person they were connecting with's consciousness and energy and beliefs needed for the channel to call in the name of Jesus Christ. Remove this entity. So you see, it is all a matter of tuning into the energy of that moment. It is all about tuning into the energy or the consciousness surrounded that has created whatever darkness you are dealing with. We hope that this makes sense for you and brings some clarity to many of you when dealing with attachments, when dealing with demons. The next question was about the universe providing abundance at the 1221 portal. This person was asking for their individual self as well. They were asking, will I receive abundance? Is the universe going to provide me with it? 1221 portal will be abundant. It will have a lot of energy that has culminated since the 1212 opening. This is always a time of abundance. This is always a time. There's always available abundance to you in every moment. You may utilize the abundance of energy connected to a portal or a gateway to bring yourself something. Yes. But it is you who is doing it. It is not the portal. It is the universe doing it, but it is not per se the portal. It is always you who makes the conscious decision to say, I am open to receive the abundance that is going to come forth through the 1221 portal in my highest best, because you do not want abundance of darkness. You do not want an abundance of sadness, grief. You want an abundance of love. You want an abundance of energy. Many of you want abundance connected to finances. Well, again, money is finances. Money is energy. So it is all energy. It may come to you in the form of a paper. It may come to you in the form of a coin. But it is still energy. And it is the energy behind your beliefs. It is the energy behind your heart that will attract to you whatever it is you're trying to attract, whether it be the energy of money, the energy of love, the energy of just being content and happy, balanced, whatever it is that you are hoping to manifest, whatever it is you are hoping to bring forward to you. We do indeed feel that you will be open to receive it. We do and feel that you will have it. But it is a matter of trusting. It is a matter of allowing the vibration inside of you to rise up to match the vibration that you are trying to attract to your reality. And no, it does not happen overnight. And no, the portal will not just magically bring something with it because you've started thinking about it quickly and you were like, oh, I would like to be in that vibration and I want this, so I know the portal's going to give it, boom. We also have to make 3D actions because you are in the 3D. You have to make sure that when you set your intention to bring abundance in, whether it's money, whether it's love, that you also make the necessary footwork connected to it. If you are trying to better your career, if you are trying to better your love life, if you are trying to better any of these things, you would make the necessary steps connected to whatever it is you're trying to better. If it is job, you would make more of an effort at your job. You would make more of an effort to have other people know about what you are offering, have other people come to what you are offering, have other people join you. Be smart with your creations as well. Be smart and be creative when you are trying to attract anything from the universe, whether it is money or whether it is recognition, whether it is love. Be different. Stand out. Hold your own vibration because the universe will match that vibration. And if you are doing something unique, if you're doing something different, that vibration will have its own standing. And in that unique vibration, you are still vibrating the other aspects that many others are within their abundance. But you are sticking out because you are creative, because you've done it differently, because you've decided to do something that others have not done yet, or something that is taboo or weird, like channeling. Trust your intuition. Trust what it is that you would like to manifest is coming to you. Be what you want to be. It is very simple. The moment you can release those fears, those doubts, the moment you can release the energy of where you are, is the moment that you are vibrating in a new energy, in a new vibration that is attracting to you what it is that you are putting out. So yes, you would like to affirm over the next couple of days, I am attracting this. You would also like to take the necessary actions that will assist you in attracting that. If it is a love interest, if it is a job, if it's a new job, you would have to make physical action towards it, allowing yourself to have a connection to it in some way. Now, there is always an aspect where if you are in that vibration completely, it can come to you without you making the physical actions, but it will come quicker when you make the physical actions. Money can come to you very quickly as well when you start to do the actions of affirming or writing down on a piece of paper that you are attracting it, trusting that that's going to assist it, and then doing things that will assist you in reminding you that you are trying to attract more, or that it's coming. It's not even that you are trying. Trying should be removed from the vocabulary in manifesting, because you are never trying, you're never going to. You are doing it now. I am now abundant. I am abundant. I am abundant. And you say it, and you believe it, and you allow your vibration to match it. I am attracting money. I am a money magnet. I am a love magnet. I am with my most compatible partner. I am with the person that will serve me in all ways. And when you allow yourself to believe the things that you are speaking and feeling, because you also want to imagine what it looks like, what it tastes like, what it smells like, what it feels like, all of those things. When you allow yourself to get there, and you feel it, and you see it, and you know it, it makes it so much easier for the universe to bring it to you. But you also want to keep that creative aspect to it. You want to be that unique person creating the abundance that you are attracting, or attracting the abundance that you are creating. We hope that this assists you. And yes, we do see that many of you will have an abundance of things coming forward through this portal. Some of it will be released. A lot of the energy that has culminated is about releasing. It is about healing. It is about shifting. It is about bringing balance inside. Many of you will also have created some things that you do not want, because you are allowing yourself to go to fear. You are allowing yourself to go to doubt. You are focusing on the actions of others. You are focusing on the non-action of others. You are so worried about Christmas. You are so worried about you. You are so worried about this, you, that, and this person and that person. You do not need to do that. Never worry about another person. Never worry about things that are upcoming. We understand why you do it, but you are only creating stress for yourself by stressing in the moment. Know that everything will happen as it's supposed to, that your dinners will be as they are, that your shopping will be completed as it is, that your gifts will be found, they will be delivered, they will be wrapped and given with love. And be mindful that this time of year was never ever designed for that. It should have nothing to do with the money. It should have nothing to do with the energy of money connected to this season. This is what many of you get focused on and stressed out about, is spending the money. Is my gift good enough? Did I spend enough? Are they going to like it? Stop it. Stop worrying so much. Release the stress and allow yourself to receive the blessings of a new year. Receive the blessings of your family. Many of you have lost family members over the years. This time of year is to come together in love. It is to come together and say, I love you. I honor you. It is not to outdo another person. It is not so that you have the perfect dinner. It is not so that you have the perfect holiday, the perfect gift. It is just being together, sharing love. So take the stress out of the situations and focus on what is truly important, because someday you may look back and wish that you had done it differently. You would wish that you had focused on something else, like the people around your table. Not what's on the table, not what's under the tree, but the people around it. And if you are missing somebody, and they are still here on your planet, reach out to them and let them know. Share love. That is the gift, is love. Give something of your heart. Make something with love. There is no amount of money on your planet that can equal the vibration of love. The next question. Is there something specific that I need to do or avoid doing to move forward on my path? We know that this person is asking for themselves, but we feel that the question can be brought for all of you. When you ask, is there something I need to do to move forward on my path? We would like for you to realize that you are always moving forward on the path. You have not stopped. You have not gone backwards. You are always moving forward. You are always moving forward. And when you ask, is there something I should avoid? We believe that you should avoid doubt. Doubt that you are not moving forward. Fear that you are not where you are supposed to be. For you are all where you are supposed to be. Even if you have strayed from your original divine blueprint, you are still where you're supposed to be because that's what you've created. If you do not like where you are, if you do not resonate with the energy of where you are, then change the energy of where you are. Too many get stuck in these patterns of believing, I have to do this in order for this. I have to change my diet if I want to become better at this. I have to learn this if I want to be that. I have to know this in order to do that. It's all these things that are keeping you in this space of feeling like you are never where you are supposed to be, when you are always exactly where you are supposed to be. So just be there and do not worry about the next step so much. You want to create the next step of balance, of love. You want to trust that the universe will assist you on your path. And you want to trust yourself enough to know that yourself has created a safe place for you. Has created a place where you can continue to nourish yourself, where you can continue to grow, where you can continue to expand. And you can continue to vibrate in a place of contentment, of happiness, of love, where you are not constantly wondering about the next step, or constantly wondering about who's going to be there with you, or what you are going to be doing when you get there. Just become present in your moment. Be happy in your moment. Be grateful in your moment, and every moment after. And that will grow. And as you are happy, thinking about all that you've done, all that you have, all that you have yet to do, all that is still available to you, all the potential in the world. When you stay in that vibration, it becomes easier and easier and easier for you to navigate upward on your path. It becomes easier for you to manifest the things that you are trying to manifest because you've released the resistance to it. You're not so focused on, how am I going to get there? You've let it go. And through letting it go, it comes. And through being in that vibration of receiving, it comes. And through being in the vibration of abundance, of all that you have, of gratitude of all that you have, more comes for you to be grateful for. More comes to be loved, to be happy, to feel secure in your surroundings, to feel secure in your place, on your path. So we would simply say, avoid the doubt. Avoid wondering, what should I be doing? Where should I be doing it? And all of those things. And become content in who you are in this moment. And ask who you are, what they want. Whatever it is that brings you joy, that brings you happiness and fulfillment, that is what you want. What is it inside of you that your soul is calling you to do? You are the only one who has that answer. So avoid society telling you that you should be here because you are X amount old, or because this is how it should go, or this is how most people do it. Don't be most people. We've already said, be creative, be unique, be yourself. That is your mission. That is your path. It's to be you. To just be you. And to do what makes you feel good. To do what makes you feel happy. To follow the path. To follow your calling. So what you need to do is that. Honor you. Honor your vibration. Honor your love. And continue down the path. Wherever it goes. Without worrying about where it goes. We hope that this makes sense for you. This question, we find, carries the same energy and frequency as the one before. This person has decided to work their full-time job, while go to school, to become a massage therapist, to embark on the journey into healing. They want our blessing, which we give. But they also said that it may help others to take the leap of faith, to pursue their calling, to pursue what they feel called to do. We feel that we have pretty much covered this in the previous question. We give you your blessing. And we do want all of you to pursue what it is inside of you that you are feeling like is going to be a part of that path, a part of your ascension, a part of your expansion. And do not worry about the details so much. Just do what feels good for you to do. Do what you can do. So many people limit themselves. They say that I can't do this because I do this. There's no reason why doing one thing will keep you from doing another thing. And if the one thing that you are doing does not bring you happiness, then we would definitely suggest that you start to do the thing you do like, so that you can get away from the thing that you don't. We never want to tell anybody to just up and quit and do something completely out of the norm for themselves and put themselves into a tailspin if you are not ready to do it. But if you feel that call inside of you, if you let go of the limiting beliefs of, oh, I can't do it because I've got children, or I've got a full-time job, or I'm not smart enough, or I just hired, that is where you will stay. When you can release the can'ts and you start looking for the options, the universe will present them to you to make it easier for you. The money will come to pay for the things that you want when you believe that you deserve the things that you want. We see many people do this. They stay stuck in a vibration of where they are because they do not allow themselves to break free from it. If you want to be more abundant, you have to change where you are to become what you want to be. If you are constantly shopping in a certain store for the cheapest things, and you never splurge on yourself, you never go up that level from the cheapest to somewhat cheap, you will stay stuck here forever. You've got to make the jump at some point. You have to take that leap of faith in all areas of your life. Open yourself up to the vibration of receiving something that is of more value, and feel good about it. Make sure you feel good about it. Don't put it into your carriage and say, oh my God. Don't do that to yourself. Only do it because you know that it is valuable for you and you deserve it. And the universe will bring to you that energy to match. And then the next time you go to the store, you may find that you have more than enough to get more than one item that is on the next shelf up. And so on and so on. The channel did this with her own life. We know it works. Do it. Take yourself out of your comfort zone because you are not comfortable there. You call it your comfort zone. It should be the uncomfort zone. This is where I live because this is where I am, and this is where I'll always be because of this, because of that, because I can't. Let go of that and take the leap. We guarantee that you will always be provided for. When you do it with your heart, when you do it with your soul, when you trust, you have to trust. And you have to take the actions in your physical world because you are still physical beings. When you do this, all will come to you. And you will not need blessings outside of us because you've already had your own. The next question is about banging their head on the wall, trying to get everything going in the right direction, guiding the family, guiding the friends, but nobody here on earth is listening. What should I do differently? We feel that the answers for this have already been discussed in some aspects. But we do understand that when you are awake, or you have just awakened to something new. You want others to know. You want others to want to help others. All of you have gone through this. You awaken. A light bulb goes on. The information is there. Oh my God. And you want others to understand it. You want others to feel it. You want others to integrate it. You want to bang it into their head because it makes your life easier. It makes life feel better. To have that knowledge and that wisdom that you are the creator and that there's more to this life than what society has told you. It can become very aggravating to deal with people who do not see it. There is nothing you can do per se to make them see it, except for planting the seeds. But we feel for you, the best thing is to just be in the vibration of joy. To show by example. They do not want to listen. They do not want to hear it. Don't say it. Just be you and allow yourself to attract the things that you have been working on for yourself. Because when you speak to somebody else, or you try to tell them something and they don't listen, it's bringing your vibration down out of frustration because they're not listening. And so then you get frustrated and you anger brings you down. So do not partake in these things where you know that your words or your energy is going to waste. Instead, take that extra time to focus on self, to focus on what you are manifesting, to focus on bringing forth the manifestations of what you are trying to manifest. And then show by example of those manifestations. Show what you have created. As you do it, as you elevate, as you rise up, as you seem happier, as you are glowing. Oh, you have attracted more money. You have attracted more work for yourself. You've attracted this. You've attracted that. How are you doing it? Oh, I tried to tell you about it. You weren't interested then. Well, tell me now. There you go. Then you will have your moment. So for now, we would say plant your seeds. And you will feel when people are ready to hear what you have to say. And you will feel when people are not ready to hear what you have to say. And that is all that you need to do, is just focus on each moment. And do not get frustrated, do not get angry that others aren't listening. Just allow them to be where they are at. Send them love. Send them the intention that they will awaken. But show through your example. Become the leader, become the creator. And do not pound your head over these things. Do not give your power away to others to bring your vibration down. And we do find at times that when people's vibration rise, when people start to feel better, and they start to be happier, others can be triggered by that. And their first reaction many times is, let's bring them down off of that energy. Let's take down that notch of happiness. Let's bring them back down here with us. Because like you say, misery loves company. It is more of an energy likes energy. And if you are vibrating at a different energy or vibration of another person, they may want to bring you back into the vibration of them for their own comfort. Because it makes them uncomfortable that you are vibrating up here. They don't understand it. They don't want to understand it because they're down here. Only will they be able to vibrate up here when they make the conscious decision that they don't want to be down here anymore, and that they have healed enough or shifted enough to not want to bring others down here either. There's nothing wrong with these people who do this. There's nothing that is evil about them. It is just where they are at. So do not waste too much time being influenced by it. Do not give too much to it. Don't allow people that you love to make you angry. Just love them. Say, okay. Don't say another word. Keep it in your mind. And when they want to hear it, they will come for it. We've had somebody ask about their premonitions and intuition going to be realized. So we would like all of you to realize that your premonitions, your intuition is always correct. It will always be realized. But again, you must have to trust it. You must have to give yourself the credit that you are indeed intuitive and that you are indeed perceiving something that has yet to happen, or that you are perceiving something that is happening in this moment, or you're perceiving something that has happened before and may happen again. All of you have this potential. All of you have this gift. It is a matter of exercising the gift, trusting the gift, speaking up when you feel like it is needed to be said, and holding back when you feel that it is not needed to be said, and trusting the answer that you receive inside of you. Should I say this or should I hold it back? You'll know. You'll get the first inkling of yes or no. And don't allow your mind to create. Don't allow yourself to second guess it or to say something out of a belief of fear or a belief of grief or a belief of doubt. Release all those things. Go into a meditation. Don't simply just ask yourself something while you've got all these other things going on in your mind and expect yourself to be able to get a very clear answer from your intuition or from your premonitions. Make sure that you are in a good space, that you talk yourself down, get into the vortex. Protect yourself. Silence the mind, and then ask a question. Then ask, is this true? And it may be true for you, but it may not be true for another, and that is okay. Oftentimes we find that people hold back from speaking on their intuition or trusting their intuition because others do not believe it, or they're afraid that others won't believe it, or they're afraid that it is not their truth, and they don't want to be wrong. You have all had this condition from your school, from a very young age, that if you are wrong, it is bad. You are never really wrong. You are simply creating and vibrating at a different level of vibration of another person. So you can never really be wrong. Yes, 2 + 2 is 4. But if you get it wrong, you are simply just in a vibration that where you are at in that moment, it is 3. It does not matter. You do not have to think of yourself as a fool or think of yourself as wrong or bad or something else along those lines. You want to think of yourself as just being in the moment of a vibration. You are not matching the correct vibration, that is all. But it is not wrong. It is not bad. We find that the more that you trust the intuition, the more that you trust the visions, the more they will come to fruition. Because you are not focusing beliefs of doubt towards those intuitive ideas or towards those premonitions that you are seeing. So when you start to doubt them, when you start to think that you are wrong, you start to feed the energy through your consciousness as that creator of your reality that keeps it from happening. And you push it off, and you push it off, and you create the reality where your intuition was wrong. Couldn't possibly right. So make sure that you do not do that for yourself either. Because if you doubt, or you don't believe that you are going to be able to manifest, or that these things are going to manifest, or that your intuition was wrong, then that is what you will create. So simply trust what you receive, and they will come. If it's something that is scary, that you do not want to come, then do not feed those fears strength. Do not feed those fears any power to be manifested. If you are having a premonition of something that is tragic, feed love to it. Shift the vibration around it so that you do not create more destruction through whatever you've seen is coming. And with your intentions as well, it is all about your creative mind. It is all about what you are thinking. It is all about what you are speaking. It is all about what you are feeling. So trust yourself as your creator of your reality. Trust what you see. And if it is something that you would like to have happen, feed energy to it of love. If it is something that you do not want to have happen, again, feed energy of love, but do not feed it to grow it. Feed it to shrink it. Love is the answer here. To not have that fear, to not have that lower vibrational scare. Feed with love. Shift the timelines. Create with your consciousness. You may be being shown things that you are indeed supposed to change. But if it's something that you are longing for or hoping for, then simply allow and trust. If it's something that has been shown to you to change, you will know. We hope that this makes sense for you. The next question is about love. Asking some loves destined to be together, or some just happen. And should I pursue love, or should I just wait back and allow it to come into me? We do feel that there are some destined love on your planet. Some of you have come in with karmic contracts. Some of you have come in with contracts that you've signed before, that you were going to be with a certain person at a certain time for this amount of time, or that you would be together here and then separate and then be together, or all of these things. You've had all different contracts, all different timelines, all different things that you've created before you've come. But there are others that have come as well that just meet. So the answer is both. Some of the love that you will encounter on your planet was not prescripted, was not planned. They were just brought together through energy, through vibration, through matching at the same frequency at the same time, and then coming together. Now, how you move forward from there is up to you. If you continue to remain in the same frequency and the same vibration, you will stay together. But if one of you decides to vibrate too high or too low, you may go apart. And then there are those of you who have indeed come in with contracts of, I am going to do this with this person at this time. And even with those, because you have a free will and because you come in, you forget a lot of what you have prescripted for yourselves. Sometimes you miss those opportunities. So even if it was pre-written before you came that you were going to be with somebody, we don't suggest that you ever just sit back and wait. If you want love, pursue love. Treat yourself the way you want to be treated by another person. Love yourself unconditionally so that you can open up to that vibration of either another person vibrating at the same frequency coming in to be with you, or at least making the action steps to be available to come together with the contracts that were created. Because we can guarantee you didn't create a contract to meet somebody in your home on your couch watching TV. It is not going to happen if you do not get yourself out of your house, out into experiences and things where you may be able to meet somebody. Some of you have now been meeting through your social media, through your internet, because you are far, far away. But that was part of your contract. You knew before you came what your contract was, and you knew where to be, so to speak, to open up to it, to attract that person to you, to be in the right place at the right time, so to speak. But there are some of you who are nearby each other, and you will have these moments, these random times that you are brought together. But you have to make sure you get out there to be brought together. You may find that you meet in a store. You may find that you meet at a restaurant, or you go to the library, or you go to pick something up and this person is there. And you will know, you will feel it. And then there are those of you who do not have that prescripted, who will go out in that good vibration, knowing that you are attracting love. And when you go out, you'll find that person at the same vibration. If you feel that you are not ready to attract another person in, then cut yourself off. Do not allow yourself to pursue it. But if you feel that you are ready to pursue love, then you must take the necessary steps. You must go out if you would like to attract it. If you have a contract, you may not have to go out to fulfill your contract, but only you can navigate through your contract. So trust what your inner feeling feels towards that. If you already have somebody in the back of your mind, ask, are they going to come find me where I am? Or am I going to have to reach out for them? And then make your necessary actions. Will the current energy and the upcoming energy see more awakening? And how is the collective traveling through the ascension? We do feel that the energy at the time has increased phenomenally. From where it was just maybe 10 years ago, the energy has grown a lot, and many have awakened. and many more will awaken. As the energy grows, consciousness grows. As the energy grows, more of you are planting more seeds, and more seeds are growing, and more consciousness is spreading, and more are awakening. And so, yes, the energies now and the energies forward, we continue to see moving upward, upward, upward. There are energy of a lower vibration that does not like this, that would like to stop this. There are certain beings on your planet who would like to put an end to the acceleration of consciousness. However, there's not enough of them anymore. There are many, many more of you, and there are many, many more coming in. You have your crystal children, you have your rainbow children, you have the indigo children. All of these beings are working together now, and there is a higher rate of consciousness spreading, and there is a higher vibration spreading, and it will continue to rise. So for your ascension, many will be raising up into a higher awareness, a higher knowing, a higher vibration. Their experiences will vibrate higher as well. And so the world may look different to them. They may feel different. They may act different. And it is because they are ascending. However, there are still some who are stuck in a lower vibration, who will not ascend. So there will be a split. Eventually there's going to be a split where there will be predominantly people who are vibrating at a certain frequency together and people at a lower density together. You will not even be aware of it though, because you will be ingrained in your energy and consciousness, and they will be ingrained in their energy and consciousness, and you will not even recognize that it is happening. It has already begun to happen, and some of this is affecting your planet, some of it is affecting your climates and your experiences on your earth. Some of it is man-made things that have been created to instill fear or to depopulate parts of your planet. And some of it is done in love and vibration and light, and it is just an effect of the energy splitting or moving away from each other. Either way, it is all happening and it is all being created, and where you are is where you are meant to be. So do not worry about where you are. Just allow yourself to continue to do the work connected to your consciousness ascending, and know that when you are ascending, you do not really feel it. It just happens. You are just there. It is not something that you will wake up one day and look outside and say, aha, I have ascended. You will not have that happen. Not on your earth. Not in this lifetime. It will be something that slowly proceeds, and some beings will continue to remain in a very 3D reality where they are very logical, they live in a vibration of fear, they care what other people think, they have ego, they have their greed, they have their things that keep them stuck. They have their beliefs, they have trauma, they have all of this stuff that they just want to continue to do, and they reincarnate until eventually they start to ascend. And then they will join those who have already done so. And when you ascend, those who have already ascended, or those who have risen to a higher vibration, they will be living in their vibration, they will be living in their reality, and they will be happy in their reality. They may still have moments or experiences that are not 100% lovely, but they will not remain stuck in the patterns or the beliefs or the energy of lower vibration any longer. They will just allow themselves to process and to heal quicker and faster and faster and faster. However, you will know when you've completely ascended away from the earth experience altogether. But until then, you'll probably not have very much of an understanding on the physical planes. You may still see beings stuck in 3D, but you will recognize that they're stuck in 3D. It is all a matter of where you are at in that moment. So some of you are kind of in this place in between the two. And sometimes you go back to 3D, and sometimes you go higher, and sometimes you go back, and sometimes you go high. It is all a matter of where you're at, how you are vibrating, and what things around you are impacting you or affecting you. If you are allowing those of the 3D to pull you down, then you stay down. If you allow yourself to be surrounded by those of a higher vibration, of higher consciousness, of love, then you ascend up. It is like a yo-yo. We see that there is like a 5D and a 3D, and then in here in the middle it's like a mesh of your energy, where it's like some of you are going up and some of you are going down and some of you are just stuck moving back and forth. But eventually that energy will shift and you will either go there or you will stay here. It depends on where you're at. We know some of these beings who are in a very low vibration will come to this video, and they will likely not like it, but they will likely remain down here. Will the Pleiadians be able to rectify the leakage of Fukushima? We spoke about this in the last Q&A. We spoke about the water on your planet, the animals in the water on your planet, and how it is needed at this time that you send unconditional love to them, to the water. That it is very important that you work with the water inside of your body, that you work with the water on your planet as a whole. Will we be able to fix it? We do not feel that we will be able to fix it 100% for you. For you have come here to do this work yourselves. We hope to enlighten. We hope to empower others enough to recognize the power that they have inside of them as creators of their reality, to be coming up into a place or a vibration where they can indeed heal this planet, where they can indeed shift the vibration of this planet. And as we were just speaking about this shift, where there's some who will go up and some will go down, we do feel that the 3D version of your planet will continue to fall apart. It will continue to break down. It will continue to spread the disease, the darkness. And so many things will continue to die, and many things will continue to not do well. Because creation exists, because there are so many timelines, because there are so many versions of reality existing in this now moment, this has to be in some of those realities. However, there are many realities where this has never even happened, that your planet is still in its pristine condition, that it is the living library that it was once created as. And there are some creations, some versions of reality, where you have already ascended and you've already completed the healing of your planet, where the waters are clear and the animals are happy, they are in their birth, they are creating more and more, and they are vibrating at the same frequency as the rest of the consciousness on the planet. But for the question, are we, the Pleiadians, going to be able to come and fix it? It is very unlikely that you will just one day wake up and the water has been fixed by the Pleiadians. There are many reasons for this. Some of it is the government, some of it is the fact that there is not enough belief from the beings on your planet. There is the free will of the beings on this planet. There have been treaties put in place by this planet. There are many here that do not want that to be fixed. And it is not great reasons why, but perhaps we will talk about this another time. But for your planet's sake, we do feel that those who wish to heal these waters will be able to heal them, that those on your planet that would like to start taking action in the physical to do something about the leak will be able to do it. You have science, you have the minds, you have the consciousness, you have the ability to create something to heal your planet. And you can do it through your consciousness as well, but because you are still in a 3D dimension, you still have to do something in the physical to do it. Start by placing your hands in the water with that intention to heal the waters. And use your consciousness, use your mind, use your energy, use your science to show you the answers. Use the intuitive and the logical aspects together to create something that will heal your planet, will heal the waters, will fix things that are wrong with your planet. That is your light worker role, is to awaken and to raise the level of vibration, to raise the level of consciousness on your planet, to empower others, to step into that role as the creator, and to feel that need or that desire inside to do something to better things for others, to better things for the planet, to better things for the coming generations. But we would like to be realistic with you and let you know that yes, there will be a planet that is likely destroyed in some time. And there will be a planet that has not been destroyed and that has healed. And they all exist in this now moment. So simply allow yourself to vibrate with that existence that you would like to connect with, to bring it to where you are. The shamans know this. The Native Americans know this. There are many that know this. That if you dream into being a new existence, if you allow yourself to vibrate in that existence, that is the existence you will become to live in. That is the existence that will begin to be around you. It will take shape. You will begin to see it. And you can speed it up or slow it down through fear, through love, depending on how you are using your vibrations, how you are using your consciousness, where you are focusing your attention, who you are connecting with. And if you are using your gifts, if you are using the information that you have to spread it with others, to plant the seeds, to awaken and shaken and empower others. But make sure you do not spend too much time with those that are still stuck. Find those that have that potential. Find those that have not been preconditioned or pre-programmed. Work with the children. Awaken them. Shape them. Show them that they may create, that they may heal, that they may learn and figure out the ways to fix your planet for their own sake and for their children's sake. The next question, when will the planet be entered into the Galactic Federation of Light? We feel that this is something that will happen, that has already happened. It has already happened in one of those versions of reality that exist. And it will happen for those who are asking about it happening. When they ascend up into that vibration of the fifth dimension and above. When the planet has been healed, when the energies are good, when you have all mastered your creatorship, when you have all mastered consciousness, when you are vibrating at a higher frequency, when you realized what you can do and what you cannot do, when you realize what love is, when you freed yourself from the vibration of fear, when you freed yourself from the reincarnation, from the trauma, from the programs, from the societal beliefs and conditioning of others, that is when you will know that you have been entered into the Galactic Federation of Light. But for now, know that it does already exist somewhere in creation because it has been thought, has been created. And know that some will never believe that, no matter what. And that is the power of the separation of consciousness. Some will remain separated from the oneness. Some will not be able to understand. It is not something that will ever be announced globally, because there will still be beings that do not believe it within that third dimensional reality, within the earth that you are existing in right now. It is when you get out of this energy of being stuck between the two that you will come to realize things beyond. You'll come to realize that the Galactic Federation of Light is just another label for something that exists outside of what you are vibrating in now. That it is something that somebody has created a label to place on the different galactic teams, on the different galactic experiences. We do not feel that your planet will really ever be entered into it because it is a planet. It is more the beings who are on the planet who will be entered into it, because it is beings from other places, other experiences, and some of them are not from planets. Some of them are from light. Some of them are just consciousness. And so you see, the Galactic Federation of Light is really a federation of light, of consciousness. It is not a thing of planets or physical things. So as you have a physical planet, it will not ever be entered into it. And even when you have a non-physical energetic planet, it will not really be the planet being entered into it. It will be the beings from the planet being entered into it. We hope that this makes sense for you. This person has asked about a person that they love. Does he have feelings for me, or am I imagining them? We do feel that there are feelings here. We feel that this person does care for you a lot. However, you having these doubts, having these things in the back of your mind, thinking that this person could not, maybe I'm just imagining it, is keeping it from being felt, from being realized, from allowing them to truly open up and feel that love for you. Many of you do this. Many of you keep yourselves from romantic partners. You keep yourselves from experiencing love and joy and happiness, from experiencing sex with another being, because you think that they couldn't possibly like me, or maybe I'm just imagining this. And because of that vibration that you're putting up, it keeps them from coming forward, because you are not vibrating together. When you allow that wall of energy to go down that is keeping them from coming in, that is when they will come in and say, I care for you, I like you. But the longer that you stay in that place of doubting that they care, the longer you keep that energy or that vibration up, that is keeping that pushed out. And a lot of you do it because you are not ready to experience it. A lot of you do it because you have signed up with contracts to not allow it to happen at this time yet. So just know that wherever you are at in this moment, it is where you are meant to be. Work on yourselves. Work on loving yourselves 100% and knowing that you are worthy of love, and that it is not crazy to think that somebody would have feelings for you, regardless of age, regardless of your skin color, regardless of who you know or what you have. People care for people. It is not the other things. And if it is the other things that are attracting people to you, those are not the people you want to attract to you. So stay in that place of loving yourself and knowing that you are worthy of love. And know that this person does care about you. And allow that wall to come down that has been created out of fear or out of lack or out of doubt or out of society's conditioning and beliefs. Allow it to go down and allow it to come in. And it will. This next question, is this my true twin? We feel that in this moment, this vibration carries the energy of yes. But again, you doubting, you wondering, keeps it, like we just said, in a vibration of no. Because you are doubting, because you are not allowing, because you do not feel that you are worthy enough for it. However, this person has their own things to go through, their own healing to work on. They're not ready. They do not understand it either. They do not realize the intensity of the connection. Many of you have partners that you will experience a great deal of pain with, that you will go through separation time with. And it is all for your healing. It is all for your betterment. It is also that you can rise up, like we had spoke earlier. And when you want to have love, you have to open up to that love. You have to believe in that love. You have to trust that love. You have to make the physical actions to allow that love to come in. Treat yourself the way that you would want to be treated. Treat yourself the way that a twin would treat you. With love, unconditional love. Love your body unconditionally. Love yourself. Love your thoughts. Love your home. Love everything about you unconditionally. And when you can do that, that is when your true twin shows up. They may show up before that, but they will show up and mirror to you the things that you are not loving conditionally. And they will trigger you. And they will set you onto this path of healing. Those things, those beliefs, those illusions, those ideas about yourself that are not true. You are all divine beings. You all shine with light. You have all been chosen to come here. You've all chose to come here. Some of you have chosen to go on these journeys together. Some of you are sharing a soul. And so whatever that soul has signed up to do, you've both signed up to do. And you will mirror many things to each other. It is all about dissolving the ego, dissolving the beliefs, dissolving the fear, the resentment, the anger, the jealousy, all of those things that stem from a lower vibration. It is about opening up to love, unconditional love, and unconditionally loving your partner. You must work on unconditionally loving yourself. Before you can love another, you must love yourself. But when you've mastered loving yourself, everything about you, when you do not look down anymore and not like something about you, when you do not look at your surroundings and not like something about it, when you not think about something and allow it to bring you down, that is when you can start to look outside with unconditional love for another. And you must really love them unconditionally. You cannot get mad at them for simple things. Do not allow them to trigger you. Do not feel jealousy because they have talked to another person. Do not feel anger because they haven't talked to you at the level or the vibration that you feel they must talk to you at. Do not get angry because you are not together yet. We would simply just say, master your self-love first, and then focus on loving unconditionally outside. This is not to say that you cannot come into union before these things are done. It just says that if it does come, and you have not mastered these things, or you're not at least working on these things, this love will likely vibrate away again. If you begin to work on them and they come together, continue to work on them together. Help each other on this journey. Many of you have signed up to do that as well. You've signed up to work on the lessons, the mission together. You've decided that we will come together at this time, and we will separate, and we will work on this and this and this, and then we will come together, and then we will separate and work on this and this and this, and then we will come together and we will stay together, and we will continue to work on this until we ascend. Each of you have a different role. Each of you have a different experience. We hope that this assists you. We thank each and every one of you for connecting with us. We hope that these energies assist you, awaken. We hope that they reach messages to others that have not yet received them. And we thank each and every one of you for the work that you do here. We know that those who are connecting with these messages are working. They are light workers. They are trying to assist. The best way to assist is to believe in yourselves, to believe in the power of your creations, to believe in the power of your hearts, the love, and to step out of your comfort zones or your uncomfort zones. Step into a place of uniqueness. Do not hold self back. Do not be ashamed of your gifts. Share them with the world. Create your own ways of bringing forth your own messages, your own intuition, your own guidance to others. We love you and we thank you. Hi, Alcyon. Thank you, guys. So that was all the questions I had. I'll probably be back on within a week to do another one. So I'll try to get some more questions for that one. Thank you. Oh, I do. I'm like, what am I saying? I do offer readings. I offer trans channeling for people. I do a half hour. You can send questions or just be open to receive. I do a half hour for 55 and an hour for 77. I do automatic writing as well, where the emissaries write you a letter, and you can either ask questions or be open to receive. I find a lot of times when we do that, it's like if you don't have questions, they tell you like your origins, like where you've been and like what you should be doing, what crystals will help you, what things to do. Like they have all these different things that they have us do. Readings where I have some specials going on this month. One question's $11. 5 questions is $22. 7 questions is $33, and 17 questions is $55. And then the twin flame people, I do channel love letters from your feminine or masculine, it's higher presence. And if you would like to make a donation, there is a donation button down below, like a link to make a donation, because I obviously am not making money off of this. And I do have another channel for twin flame stuff under my name. There is older stuff on that channel. There is some old channelings from when I first started. There's some videos on how to do automatic writing. There are some meditations for people. But that channel has been taken over by the twin flame community. So I basically just do readings for the twin flames on there now. And this channel is going to be for the channeling, the light worker stuff, the starseed stuff. Okay? So I hope that the channel continues to grow. You can help me out by hitting like, commenting, sharing it, because that's how YouTube works. It's like the more people that like it and say something, even if you dislike it, if you don't like the video, dislike it, because it still helps it to get out to more people, to see the video, to see the messages with people that it hopefully does resonate with. Okay? So in Mune, namaste.